Ouch! What is this happening to the eyes? The pupil of the eye shrinks because of high intensity of light. Gee, God bless. Even with a small hit with the mobile phone, the knee jerks away. What is happening in all these four cases is towards certain stimuluses, various parts of our body are reacting. But what is common in these reactions or responses is that they are all involuntary in nature, they are instinctive in nature. You do not think before reacting to these situations. All these responses are called as reflexes. A reflex action is an immediate and automatic response provided to a stimulus. All the reflex actions are involuntary in nature and most of them are defensive in nature. For example, sneezing, blinking of eye, accommodation of pupil and many more. And one more thing common about all these is they are all inborn. Nobody has ever taught these reactions to us. So such reflexes are called as inherited reflexes. There is yet another class of reflexes called as conditioned reflexes. These are the reflexes that we have developed during our lifetime by rigorous practice. Like reading and writing are synthesized reactions when we learn it for the first time. But later by rigorous practice we convert them into reflexes. Same goes with players. When they practice a game, they are converting their synthesized reactions into reflexes so that while on the playground they can instantaneously, spontaneously react to a certain stimulus that has developed instantaneously. Same goes with the dancers also. They practice their moves and convert them into reflexes. So by regular practice, even synthesized reactions can be converted into reflexes, and such reflexes are called as conditioned reflexes. These reflex actions brought about within seconds or at times within milliseconds are carried out through fixed neurological paths, and these neurological paths are called as reflex arcs. Now let us try and understand a reflex arc, or the neurological path that is followed by a reflex action. Here is a schematic diagram of a reflex arc. If we trace the reflex arc starting from the stimulus, here my pointer is on the stimulus, the needle. This needle, when it pricks our skin, the thigmoreceptors present in the skin will carry the impulse to the afferent nerve or sensory nerve. From the sensory nerve, the message will be sent to the spinal cord. In the spinal cord, the relay neurons will relay the message to the efferent nerve. The efferent nerve or the motor nerve will carry the impulse to the effector organs. These effector organs can be glands or muscles. Here they are muscles. So according to the given stimulus, the muscles will either contract or relax. At the same time, a message is relayed to the brain about the stimulus and response. But to increase the speed of response, since they are defensive in nature, the message is relayed directly back from the spinal cord. There are certain reflexes related to our face, eyes and neck. They are brought about by brain. So some reflexes are brought back from spinal cord and some of the reflexes are given by brain. Now let us see how exactly this process takes place. After collecting the stimulus from the sense organs, the sensory nerve carries the impulse to the central nervous system. In the central nervous system, the spinal cord relays the message back to the motor nerve, and through the motor nerve, the impulse is transmitted to the effector organs and the response of the stimulus is seen. Let us watch it once again, how it happens. Sensory nerve, from the sensory nerve, it will reach the spinal cord, and spinal cord with the help of relay neurons will relay the message back to the motor nerve, and from the motor nerve it will reach the effector muscles, and the effect or the response is seen.